All right, I think we can get started. Good morning, good afternoon, good day to everybody who have joined. I see one person outside of Podman Desktop team. So Mel, hi there. Um, we have a small agenda today. We're going to go through um, uh, a RHEL extension demo, which is a new extension in Podman Desktop, and we have a couple of announcements that Matt will go over. As discussed before, who have not joined in before, the meeting is being recorded and will be available for later viewing. So with that, let's start the meeting. Philippe, do you want to get us started?
Yeah, okay, I will start the demo for the RHEL extension. So let me share my screen. So the RHEL extension, so it is a new extension for Podman Desktop. RHEL is about Red Hat Enterprise Linux, so it is a Linux distribution provided by Red Hat. So this distribution is available. You can download images into the access.redhat.com website. You need an account on this platform. I am pretty sure it is free for developers. It's not really my business, so I think that any people can have an access to these images. And so what is providing this RHEL extension? So once it is installed, so here I have installed it already. You can find it into the catalog of extensions. It is named RHEL VMs. I have installed it already. And when you go to settings, so before this, you already have a series of providers like Podman providers and kind provider for Kubernetes. And it adds a new provider for virtual machines. And yeah, it is a RHEL VMs provider. And so you can create with it new virtual machines from an image. So either a virtual machine image you have created or downloaded by yourself, or for RHEL images, if you don't specify any image path, it will download for you the latest RHEL image. So the RHEL 10 today, because RHEL 10 is out for a few days now, so it will download the RHEL 10 image. I don't need so many resources. I start the VM. So I already downloaded in a previous use the image, and so it is using the image cached into my computer. So it has been quite fast, but generally it will take 1 or 2 minutes to download. And so now, if you go back to the resources list, you have one machine here displayed. So it has been created into your computer. It is stopped. You can start it in one click. So I am doing the demo on Mac OS. It is working also on Windows and on Linux in similar ways. And when the image is running, you can access to the machine by SSH with a terminal. And so here we have access to the Linux system. So when you can see that we can start very easily a RHEL image without having to pass any image, but you can create any other machine if you have an image and if it is compatible with the binary I will talk about in a few minutes. So I have Fedora. I have downloaded Fedora images. These are official ones. I have downloaded on the Fedora website. So here I have Fedora 42, and so I can install I can start a VM from this image very easily. The same way for the RHEL image. So it is here now. On Mac, you have to be aware that you can start only one machine at a time for now. You can create several ones, but you can only start one. So the other one is stopped. I can start the Fedora one and I can access it by SSH like the other one. So I was talking about binary. So this extension is relying on a macadam command, which is developed by another team at Red Hat. And so for troubleshooting, you can use this command. If you run the list operation on this command, you can see the list of virtual machine created. And on the background, when you create a machine, it is using the macadam create command and so on. So for troubleshooting, you can still use these commands. It may help. So I think that's it for the demo. Yes. Thanks.
Thank you, Philippe. Any questions regarding these? Philippe, actually, I had one. With regards to right now, what we have is the first version of the extension. Would you be able to tell us what is coming up in the next versions? Are there any specific use cases that we are targeting that we are going to work on in the upcoming versions?
So the first one, I have showed that, I don't remember. Yes, if you want to download the RHEL image, for now, if you don't specify any image path, it will download the latest image, the RHEL 10 image. But if you want to use the RHEL 9, for example, or RHEL 8 even, you have to download these images from access.redhat.com manually. So the next thing I would like to add to the extension is to have a drop down to select which RHEL image to download. So it will be very easy to download versions of RHEL 9 or 8 easily. This is one thing. On Windows, so this second thing is more dependent on the macadam team. For now, on Windows, you can run only virtual machines on the WSL provider. And they want to support the Hyper-V supervisor also. So that should come for future release. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Philippe. Thanks for the information. Again, people outside of Red Hat, Podman Desktop who have joined. I would like you guys to take a look at the new extension, try it out, let us know, provide some feedback on that. We would appreciate that. Thank you again, Philippe. I think next up is Matt. Matt, are you there? I don't know if I can see you. Yes, you are. Do you want to take over?
Yes, I'll share my screen. Second. Okay. So I'm just going to go over a little bit of a roundup of what things have been happening in our little community and things that we need your voice. We want to hear you, the community, and how you can help us. So the first thing, first we have a new homepage, which I think looks amazing. I think I want everyone to check it out and give us feedback on that as well. But we're very proud of it. It's looking awesome. The next thing I think is something that we have already started working on, but we can never get too much feedback on. So we're looking at the main dashboard of Podman Desktop. So it's the screen that when you start a Podman Desktop, that screen. We're looking at redesigning that and making it as useful as it can be to you. So to do that, we need to know everything we can from you. So we would like to know things like, what do you like about the current screen? What do you think should be removed? Are there things that you have always wanted to see on the dashboard that you think we should add? Or are there things that you find really annoying that are always there, that frustrate you every time you load the dashboard? So anything, basically any feedback you have, we would love to hear it. And we would love to take that into account when we do this, when we work on this redesign. To where do we want to get that feedback? So it's this is a link. I'll also make sure that the link is in the notes for the meeting. It's on GitHub discussions. So I just created a thread on GitHub discussions. So if you want to just post and make a post there, that would be, or not a post, but like it's a thread. So if you reply on the thread, that would be awesome. Then the other things I think I want to share is that a couple of things have been happening in the community. We have some blog posts that were created. So we had a blog post on VS Code with Podman. I wrote that myself, but anyway, we also had a blog post on Microshift in a container and how that will help you speed up your local Kubernetes development, written by Florent. One thing that also was discovered, and I think it's very cool, is there's a tool called DeepWiki where you can send a repository to like basically you make a link like this, and then it generates documentation for the repository, which I think it did a pretty cool job, and it's quite awesome to see how the repository is structured and gives some guidance on how the architecture is put together. So I think that it's worth checking out if you're looking into understanding the project a bit more. And then also last but not least, there's a YouTube video that someone created. Sorry, I forgot to put the name. And it was on how to install Podman Desktop on Windows, and I think it was really good. So I encourage everyone to check it out if you don't have Podman Desktop installed yet. I think it is useful to check out. So yeah, that was a little bit of an update on things going around in the community. And yeah, definitely give us feedback on the dashboard if you have it.
All right. Thank you, Matt. Another request to the community users was to provide us more feedback on what kind of information you would like to hear and understand on the community meetings, so we can shape up the meeting going forward. We would really like people to come up for this meeting to ask more technical questions, have technical discussions. If there are use cases that you all have worked on, that with using Podman Desktop, if you want to present that, you're more than welcome to present it here. So yeah, those were a few announcements and requests for the community users. Anything else that anybody else wants to bring up? All right. This is fairly shorter meeting, but in going forward, we would really like to, make use of this time to, again, have more technical discussions, questions being answered. There is the agenda, which gets posted for every meeting, where you could add the questions. There's also discussion boards on the GitHub repos that get looked at, and as well as the feedback forms that are being used within the Podman Desktop app. So hopefully you can put questions there that we could get answered here. That's all I had for this meeting. If anybody else wants to bring up any other topics, you're more than welcome.
I would just ask if anyone has any suggestions on how we can spread the word about this meeting and get a more broad reaching audience, please let us know. We're happy to try anything at this point to to get more people to participate.
I'll specifically ask Mel or Marcel. The rest of us know each other, work directly on Podman Desktop. Is there anything that you guys would like to see in this meeting, or questions you have, or? Oh, Marcel was okay. So we do know everybody but Mel. Yeah, Mel, is there anything you'd like to get out of this?
No, I'm just interested in checking out what's happening. I've recently started looking into Podman Desktop, so just listening in and learning at the moment.
Okay, thanks. And yeah, if there's anything you want to see on a future meeting, just tell us.
Sure. Thanks. I'll keep it in mind.
Okay, thanks.
All right. If there are no more suggestions, questions, concerns, I guess we can call it a meeting. And hoping everybody to see next month. That is Thursday, which would be, let me check again. We have the community meeting every fourth Thursday of the month. So next meeting will be on June 26th, 9 to 10 a.m. EST. We will have an agenda closer to the meeting with the topics that we would be presenting. And if there are more questions, please, again, add to those. Thank you again, everybody, for the time. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.